If you're in your 40s and you're doing all the right things and your body still isn't responding, there's a good chance you've been sold a few myths that are quietly working against you. And today we're going to clear those up because you deserve better than recycled advice from your 20s. Most women are told that fat loss is just about eating less and moving more, and that cardio is the magic bullet, and that you have to track every single calorie, and that's the only way you're going to see progress. And maybe, just maybe, that worked before, but if you're watching this, then there's a part of you that knows that stuff doesn't work anymore. And here's what I want you to hear loud and clear. You're not failing, you're following advice that was never designed for your body right now. Advice that ignores hormones, advice that punishes instead of supports you, and advice that leaves you exhausted, inflamed, and ready to give up. So we're going to change that starting today. In this video, I am breaking down 3 of the most common fat loss myths that women over 40 still believe, and exactly what I coach my clients to do instead. We're going to talk about cardio and calories and tracking and what actually gets results now. I'm Nikki. I'm a certified coach, a mom of 3, and someone who's followed every rule and still ended up bloated and exhausted and stuck in a body that didn't feel like mine. And once I let go of all of those myths and started focusing on what my body actually needed, everything started shifting. And I want that clarity and relief for you too. But before we dive in, I want you to grab my free guide, Break Free from Dieting. It's going to walk you through 3 real-life shifts that actually support fat loss results for women in midlife. No extremes and no obsessing. You can grab it below. Okay, first myth. Cardio is the best way to burn fat. How many times have we heard that, right? And if you've looked at your schedule and thought, I should just really go get in a run or get on the treadmill or the stair stepper or all the other things, right, for cardio? Cardio has been sold to us for decades that that's the way to go to lose fat. And if you're a busy mom, it feels like the most efficient option, honestly, because you sweat fast, you burn calories, and you're going to get it done and move on with your day. But here's the problem with that. After 40, cardio is not a fat loss solution. It's a tool, okay? And when it's the only thing that you rely on, it can actually backfire. And here's why. Excessive cardio is going to raise your cortisol, that stress hormone that stores belly fat. It's going to break down muscle if you're not strength training, which is going to slow your metabolism. And it's going to leave you on this cycle of do more, burnout, repeat, and you're going to have no results. And honestly, for busy moms, we have tight time. Our energy is limited. We don't have the time for workouts that are going to drain us. We're going to need movement that's going to support our hormones and metabolism without frying our nervous system. And strength training is exactly how you do that. So walking and recovery movement support that too. And cardio can be part of the picture, but I don't want you to think of it as the only thing that you're supposed to be doing. So you don't need to burn off the fat. You need to build strength so that your body burns fat for you, even while you're sitting at the baseball field or work or you're folding laundry. So in my own routine and inside of my method, we focus on 3 strength training workouts a week to build muscle and support metabolism, strategic cardio to boost endurance and burn fat without overtaxing your hormones, and active recovery days like Pilates or yoga or mobility work to support your recovery, reduce stress, which is so important as a mom, and keep your body moving. And this approach isn't about doing more, it's about doing what actually is going to work. Because the truth is, you don't need to burn yourself out to see results. You just need a smart plan that's going to fit your body and your life right now with the toddler screening, running chauffeur duties, and all the other things. Okay? All right, let's talk about myth 2. You need to eat less to see results. If you've ever caught yourself thinking, maybe I just need to be stricter this week, or I just need to do better, or I barely ate during the day, this one's for you. Because we have been trained to believe that less food equals more fat loss, especially as us moms, right? We skip meals, we eat leftovers, and we call coffee breakfast. And we then wonder why our energy's gone at 2 and we're raiding the pantry as soon as we get home like the kids, okay? Here's the truth. Eating less doesn't fix the problem. Honestly, for women over 40, it usually makes it worse. So less food is going to equal less muscle, and less muscle equals a slower metabolism, right? And a slower metabolism equals fewer results. And that's the exact cycle that so many moms are stuck in, right? They undereat, they overcrave, then they overeat, then they shame themselves, and then they repeat that cycle, okay? Do it and do it and do it over again. And I want to reframe this because you're not eating too much, you're probably just not eating enough of the right things. Okay, your body needs fuel, especially protein and fiber-rich carbs to support your hormones. You're going to need to stabilize that blood sugar, and that's going to help keep your metabolism from tanking. And it's not about being perfect. It's about eating enough of the right foods to feel full and energized and see the results that you want for your body. Okay, and everybody's different. So in my program, we don't hand out this one size fits all plan and tell you to cut your carbs, right? We're going to focus on the right mix of protein, carbs, and fats for your body and your life and your goals. And whether that's fat loss or energy, or honestly, maybe you just want to fit better in your clothes and have more confidence, that's the best part. There's something for you in my program. Right? It's not something that you just do for 6 weeks and then quit. It's about building this lifestyle so that you know how you eat supports your hormones, your energy, and your life. Even when you're busy, when you're traveling, when you're at the ball fields, right? All of those things. Okay, let's talk about habit number 3. You have to track everything forever to make progress. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Tracking, nope, too much, I'm out, right? I don't have time to log every single thing I eat, especially when I'm just trying to make it through the day. And honestly, that was me. I thought tracking was for women who had a lot more time and fewer snacks being stolen off their plates, right? But here's what no one tells you. Tracking isn't about being perfect. It's about seeing things clearly. Once you understand what your body needs, then you have a system that teaches you how to track without the overwhelm. It becomes this tool that you can use anytime when your goals shift. I still track regularly, and now it just takes me a few minutes each day, and it's not this all-consuming thing. Okay, it's a rhythm. And when life gets busy or I feel a little off, it's the first thing I come back to help me feel in control again. So think of it like this. Tracking is like turning on your GPS when you're driving somewhere new. You don't need it forever, but it helps you learn the route faster, feel less anxious, and actually get where you need to go on time. And for busy moms, tracking inside my program is simplified on purpose because you're going to learn how to build balanced meals, hit your protein goals, and fuel your body without obsessing. It's not another thing to get right. It's just a tool to help you finally feel like something's actually working. So no, you're not going to help track every single bite for the rest of your life. But if you want to get off the roller coaster of guessing and Googling and giving up, learn how to fuel your body the right way through tracking. It's one of the most powerful things that you can do. And it's not about control, it's actually about freedom. Because once you understand your numbers, you're gonna wonder why nobody taught you this sooner. I know I did. So let's do a quick recap because these myths are sneaky. Cardio is the only way to lose fat. Not possible, we busted that one. You need to eat as little as possible. Again, not true, busted that one. And you have to track every bite forever or it doesn't count. Again, busted that one, right? So if you believed any of those, look, I did too. And the truth is that these beliefs don't just make things harder, they keep you stuck in those cycles that were never designed for who you are as a mom right now. So I want you to tell me in the comments, which of these myths stood out to you the most? And which one are you ready to let go of? I would love to hear what clicked. And if there's something else that you've been told about fat loss or something that you're questioning, I'm all ears. Let's talk about it. So if this has helped you in any way and you're thinking, okay, I'm starting to get this, then that Break Free from Dieting guide is the next best step for you. It's my free guide that is going to walk you through the 3 simple shifts that support fat loss after 40 without obsessing and starting another extreme plan. And you can grab it below. So I want you to know that what you eat, how you train, and how you make it sustainable, even when life is chaotic. And I'm going to walk you through how I coach busy moms over 40 in the 6-week reset so you can finally stop starting over and start feeling like yourself again. So we're going to preview that in the next video. So I will see you there. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it.